Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera. We are on air, and we got Nate in the house. Nathan's come up with this idea for the steering. I've never done this steering before. On the Green Goblin, I just hooked it right to a rack and pinion. I wasn't far enough in front of the wheels to come up with this program of the steering. But what has happened is we went to our local Princess Auto store, and we bought a ram. And before we done it, Nathan got figuring out how much movement we needed in the ram, and what it says here is 8 inches and possibly, what's that?
8 inches in total.
8 inches in total, so we needed 4 inches in each direction. So to get it turned fully this way, we needed 4 inches, and to get it back the other way, it needed 4 inches back to straightness or whatever. So did I say that right?
Center, yeah.
To center. So what has happened is, we're just going to show you here in a second, but Nate has welded the end of, what's the arm called that we took that off?
Original drag link, yeah.
The drag link, so we took the end off the original drag link and welded on the end. The end of this ram had the exact same end as this. He left this end on there, cut the drag link connection to fit this, and then welded it on there so it looks like it was made there. Before he welded it on there, he made sure that he took a practice run with a welder. Generally, I don't do that. But this is the drag link here, which he cut the end off of. You can see the size of that bad boy. I don't know what that would be, probably 3/4 of an inch. So what he did is he cut it and slid it inside this. So he notched the side, cut the sides off the drag link, and then it fit inside there, and then he got it in there tight and welded in there. Also, I'm going to do a little bit of talking because I want to explain exactly how we done it. He had some wet rags. There's wet rags right here on the engine. We have the hose right over there. He wrapped rags around the cylinder because he did not want to ruin the seal. So that was all wrapped in wet rags as he was welding that. And then once he was done welding that, he went over and put the hose on the rags and kept the rags full of water. It did not mark up the cylinder whatsoever. Didn't even really burn the paint whatsoever, but it did burn the end of the welder off because he had her so hot. But I'm going to give this to him right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the bracket and show what's going on for the steering. So you're going to try that on, are you, Nate, for the very first time? Is that what's going to go on?
Well, I'm going to mark her at 4 inches center.
So, did you want a marker?
Measuring tape.
You want a measuring tape? I should have a measuring tape on me, but I don't.
Sit down on the job.
You must like it, eh? But basically, once you get in there, the deal is you stay in there, and then I do the work on the outside, and that way there, got the tape. So that way there, do you want a piece of tape or you want a marker?
I want a piece of tape on as well.
Okay, you want a piece of tape? Okay, cool, thank you. Cycle, some tape right there.
4 inches on center.
So we need 4 inches so 4 inches of it means the wheels are in center.
Right.
So when it comes over this way, 4 inches, it'll turn this way, and then when it goes...
Stops. 4 inches the other way to the bump stops, yeah.
Okay.
8 inches to the tram, yeah. This on this side, just...
There you go.
Now, there might be a little oil still in that.
I tried to move the cylinder when I got it home. I tried to pull it in and out, could not move it. I see Nate has taken out the plugs, so that's how he got it to move. I did not do that.
Oh, you were trying to shove it around?
Yeah, and I had to take the plugs. I had to take the plugs of the damn thing, eh?
Yeah. Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit. That looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
Keep it in so they don't get dirty. Then we're going to measure from the frame to the tire, make sure we get the wheels straight to start with.
Man, you're going through, man. Usually, if it looks good, it is good, huh? You're going to use a measuring tape, are you?
A little bit. I might not be able to read it. I know there's a bunch of ticks on it. Can't ticks, right? So, find a good spot here. It's the same roughly. It should be the same.
You just want to measure the wheel to the frame. So he's just measuring the wheel to the outside of the frame and seeing if it's basically the same. See if we got a straight thing going on.
Yeah, bending the tape here. So we're at 8, 7 3/4. 8, 7. Wait just a touch. Just inside.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. I know yesterday on the doghouse, it's pretty hard. It's hard to keep showing the doghouse, the doghouse, the doghouse. And I am going to take a lot of people's advice on the doghouse, and I'm going to show you after a little bit. You stick with us. I'll show you the advice that I'm going to take. I'm just kind of sticking with this right now. I want to watch and help basically try to get a bracket to fit the cylinder so we can get it hooked up. We've got some lines. Also, when I went to Princess Auto, they make hydraulic lines. So I've got a couple hydraulic lines made up for the ram, and hydraulic lines for the steering. Would you call that, you wouldn't call that just a hydraulic box? Is that what you call it, a steering box? It's not a steering box, but...
It's not a steering box. I think of the name here in a second.
But anyways, it's where the oil goes to the shaft of the steering is going to come out here, but we got orbital steering valve. So we have this end that fits there, and then we have these ends here that fit the ram. So the power steering box on the engine is going to run to this, and so are the lines for the ram going to run to this, and it's going to run up to the dash so we get a steering going on. There's exactly, if you want to come take a look, sweetheart, or you can see probably better than I can. So it's on its original ball joint. Would you call, you wouldn't call that a ball joint, tie rod in. So it's on its original piece there. Now we got to make wheels are centered, so we've got 4 inches of travel.
Yeah, either way now from where it sets. So.
Okay, so we're in the center of the ram. Yeah. We're in the center of the ram, which is 4 inches of travel. So when it shoves out 4 inches, it'll be out all the way on that side. Yep. And then when it comes back, it'll be, when it goes, that chrome that's showing there now, if it turns the other way, that'll go inside the cylinder. So we've got travel for both sides. So now we're going to make a bracket. I drew a little bracket earlier before he started, and it's not much of one, but I drew something like that. If you want to put that down there and tell me if it's even close, or can we use that, or holy smokes.
It's pretty darn close. Yeah. And that there doesn't come up even when it comes over. There won't be, if that wheel comes up, that won't come
That's up. Stationary because it's on
this one's stationary.
Yeah.
Goes back and forth. And then the inner tie rod ends run here over. That will come up here a little bit, but in here, in that length, it doesn't have that much travel. So there might be an inch here, which is still only going to be level here.
Right. Okay, I understand. There's a pitman arm holding that bar going across, so it cannot move, isn't there?
Right. There's 2 pitman arms there and there.
Yeah.
Holds that up there, so this bar stays level.
Cool. So does that pattern look halfway decent,
It's halfway decent, yeah.
Just make it a little prettier, that's all?
Yeah,
should I make it smaller? Like, do you want a marker or anything, or do you want to leave it like that, or does that look good?
Or if you brought this over a little bit here, and then we'll leave that in the corner. What do you think?
Just a minute now. You want to make it bigger, is what you're saying?
It wouldn't hurt to be a little bit bigger.
Okay. If you want to pull that pattern out.
Just bring this here.
And
just add a little bit on this side, a bit more of that.
Is that right? And that was just a guess. Like that was just a.
Damn close.
This was which side?
Yeah, add on this side towards me. Just a little.
Like that?
Yeah. Come on, man.
So if I do that. It wasn't them walloping web snappers. Baby likes that when I make the walloping web snapper. Has it got to go that far? Or?
No, just maybe I'll give you a quick little right from here. I'd go. Like that.
I see what you're doing.
Just a guesstimate, you know.
I should cut that out. I am going to cut that out. Because that first line made it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that is my length. Again, we're doing it with paper, which is, oh, I see. Straighten that out. I'm going to give you this pattern. I'm going to cut it out and then give it to you, and then tell me if you like it or not. And if you like it, then I'll cut it out for you. I'll straighten it out with my scissors. The marking that I made isn't the best. Just kind of make it prettier as I go.
Then we can gusset it to the bottom there.
And we'll do whatever we have to do to make it strong enough to make sure it holds the steering in place, will we not?
Right. That there's looking pretty.
That pretty decent?
Pretty good right there. Right there. Pretty good. Yeah, that one there should work, Chad.
Okay, cool.
We're far enough. Mm-hmm. This here's good and parallel there. As it comes out, it turns on that joint. This just tips a little bit one way or the other. That's why we got this one like this. So that cylinder's going to move just a little bit too as it steers when this here comes over.
So what he's saying is that that cylinder could have turned up, and which would have changed the bracket that on the end there where we're hooking it on. That could have turned up like that. That would have been the wrong way.
Because then it wouldn't have the movement this way. It would only have it in the ball. So
that's why it's turned that way. Yeah. So it can have that movement. Also, the lines may be a little bit long. I'm not sure, but he's thinking he won't run the lines from there around and out. See what happens. See what happens.
Yeah.
If you want to give me that bracket, I'll cut that bad boy out for you and give it to you. I'm gonna stay right here. I got a piece of, I don't know what that would be for plate, but it's thick.
Quarter, 3/8?
Yeah, it's thick. It's bad boy stuff. Bad boy, what you gonna do? Just trying to get the best piece without grinding off a lot of slag, that's all. And straight along there. Not sure if I'll be able to see that the best, but nothing to it.
Where's your white job?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not. That's the piece. I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to let you cut it.
You let me cut it?
Yeah, I am.
You got
the
with plasma or are you cutting it with the grinder? Plasma. Would you rather cut it with?
Plasma would be easier, wouldn't it? I'm going to cut it with plasma.
Quicker.
Yeah, it would be. And I'm going to use the 220. And the reason being is, I don't think the other one would cut it, to be honest with you. I'll be right with you, Nathan. I'll be right with you. Good call, good call. Use the gear that you got. Huh? That makes it a good idea, doesn't it? What? Couldn't find that damn thing? No way, no how. Could we, baby? We could not find it. Some gloves going here. We got a bunch of Windex going here. You think I was painting a... We'll plug that bad boy in. Sometimes I get a bit, what's that called?
Excited?
No, well, I get that too, but sometimes I get a bit, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for. I'll take the air from you though, if I can. Yeah, right there, we gotta feed that through. Plug that bad boy in. Let's turn the bad boy on. I'm going to have to get something to get a ground on that, clean that off. Where did I put that? Just get the grinder. My gloves. And try it. See what happens.
Could not see the line whatsoever, but I don't think I did too bad. I don't think I did too bad. I actually did pretty darn good. That was it. That was a good call. No, that was an excellent call. That was awesome. That went well. Do you want me to even put a hole in it too, Nate, or we'll put that on after you set it on there? We'll mark the hole in it when you set it on there.
Okay. That went well. That went better than well. Way to go, Lincoln. I'm proud of Lincoln today. I'll let that.
This is just metal from out in the junk pile, but in order for me to get this done, I went out and found it. I'm going to use it.
I will grind it and clean it up. Yes, I will. You got a pair of gloves on, do you, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you try it first. See what you think. That's quite a junk of steel. Hey, you break your teeth trying to bite that. Wouldn't you, Nate?
Rough. It's
Rough. It's like the dog that wiped his ass with sandpaper. Rough.
Now, it's going to be a little bit of an angle.
I want to see too. So you can get that in there so that works, can you? Like, you got a marker?
Yep. I got a marker.
Okay.
I think we'll go with the drill and hole next.
Do you want me to hold that at all, or while you mark it, or you got it?
We're pulling the cappy cap off.
Well, you mark it on the frame too, so you know exactly where it goes when you go put it back on. Or you'll know anyways once you bolt it up, won't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Will it be nice if I get that hole nice? To fit right? You don't want it sloppy?
And then we're going to end up, it's thick enough we can still put a spacer in there too. Maybe.
You said weld a washer on top.
Or something, a washer or something in there that we can take up the space.
That's what.
Here's the size you need for that.
I'm just going to do a little hole and we'll
Yep.
probably run the, I'm just going to do a little hole. And that way there we'll get close.
The edges out. You want me to come in and grind this on that stuff?
Well, I just want to get it done. I'll just be a second. I'll just be a second. Just gonna cut a little wee hole in that. Wee all the way home. Now, can't even barely see it, but. Give us that start. Sounds funny, don't it? I'll take your grinder right there though for a second, if you will. Get it cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to, are you going to weld this on like soon? Like if I give it to you, like?
We drill a hole in it first.
Yeah?
Set up.
Okay, I'll grind this off a little bit. I'm going to hand it into you. Make it easier that way. Now, I'm just going to hand that to you for a second. I'm going to get a drill bit. You'll know exactly what size to. That little case that we have, I wonder where that bad boy is. I wonder why them are. Boy would do it. That case that was sent in to us for a gift, that was quite a bad boy for drilling. Not sure. What's that? The step drill bit, yeah.
It might be up with the car into the shop.
I'm going to give you this, and you can drill it right on that piece of wood that you got there, if you don't mind. And then you'll know exactly which one you want. If it'll hold. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You want a little penetration fluid on that at all?
If you got a little bit, we can give it a shot, yeah.
That might help you. Put a little crown on it. Not Crown Royal, Crown Protectant. Oh, hit the hole.
Where are you aiming?
I'm a little excited.
She might have hardened it.
I knew it.
I think when you put the heat to it, it might harden it.
Yeah. Probably should just drilled it.
Straight off that, yeah.
Damn it. Huh? Just a little bit of heat like that and make that hard, eh? I'm going to give you another one. What? See what happens. Jam that down through it. So there you go, just like that. By cutting that with the plasma cutter, that little tiny hole, probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have went with the drill bit first.
Yep.
Damn it.
Struggling.
I'll get you a hammer. Die grinder. Get it?
Drill press.
What drill press?
They got it.
You got her? Yeah. So how do you want me to get that? Another drill bit or? What was that drill? An aluminum? Try to put that one in and see what happens. It's gonna snap that one off too, is it? Damn it, I should have just drilled it.
Yeah. That's kind of where we put that.
Do you want a little penetrating on that? Watch it.
Give a little shot there.
Good, I'll get the welder. Can't hold a good man down. See, a little smarter than I thought. See, pass that into you. Get you to do the hard work. She got no tip on her, but she still go through. Get a bigger one there. Will that bigger one do it, or?
Using what we got there, didn't we?
That'll do it, won't it?
It's not like too loose, but.
Gotcha. I know what you're saying. You're going to need a washer too, are you not? A what?
Use what you got.
That's the name of this shop. Use what you got. Use what you got.
Just a little bit. Oh, that's so good.
It's so close. Found my drill press, did you?
Yeah, using it good.
Wiggle it around a bit. Ain't that something?
It's bigger. Nice. Don't like.
Man, that's tight.
Like a tiger tight.
Like a tiger. Never heard that before. Like a tiger tight. Do you want any clamps or anything? Is that going to sit on top of that? I gotta get in there and take a look.
We're going to change up on our pin after we get it set up. Just drop this down through for now. We're going to change that out after. So,
Do you want one or two, or you just put that in there for now?
I want to see what the angle's like on this.
Okay.
To see if that's going to set there
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
to,
It's on a little bit of an angle.
and I want a little bit of an angle on the cylinder here, just a little bit, because where it's setting.
Okay.
It ain't going to hurt nothing because it's got the joint there. So how far out are we here? Right there when that comes back. Something like that.
Got a couple washers there.
Washes it. And,
Probably need 2 or 3
I'd
washers.
like to clamp that there for a second, and we'll pull the plugs in and we'll turn it, see how it goes
I'm gonna get you a clamp.
before we do anything.
Yeah. Do 1 clamp, 2 clamps, 3 clamps, 4, 5, 6 clamps, 7, 8
All
more.
clamps and more. Gotta figure out how we're gonna get there too. Yeah. Okay. I might need your hand.
Yep, I can get in there. I'd love to.
That's hold that there somewhere and clamp that through the backside or something. So that's gonna stay up. Figure out how we're gonna clamp.
Did you want to tack it with the welder?
Well, I want to try the push the wheel, pull the plugs in, and push it back and forth, and see how it sets there before we get too far in, I guess.
I'm kind of rammy that way.
A little rammy.
Yeah, a little rammy. I'm a little quick on the draw.
Ain't gonna hold there, I don't think, 'cause it's
Too wide.
gonna take
You can throw tack of the welder on if you want. I got the welder there and go back and turn it on.
deep enough is the problem.
Ah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. That holds it. I
It's
got it.
holding it fairly sturdy.
Yeah, it's got it.
Get the tape off here.
I don't know. You might want. I'm not sure if you want to turn that back that way some.
Well, that's what we're gonna.
Oh, that's what
We're gonna watch the pivot on the cylinder as I steer it.
I don't know if that's going to stay there with that. That's going to fall
That'll
off.
stay good enough. So we got to get that.
This is going to stay still, is it not?
It's going to move a little. That's going to stay still, but the cylinder's going to move back and forth a little bit. So we want to see our movement in there.
I got you because you have.
It is going to move back and forth a little bit, about that much here when this comes on the pivot on this, right?
That line, it's going to probably fall off on you any time, but that line's got a 90 on it. If you want me to show it
Well,
to
we can
you.
make the 90 go this way.
Yeah, right.
We just
Yep.
want to make sure we got room for that. So now we're going to redo this.
It moved a little bit on you.
Yep. Stay there. I really wanted it. Like to see it stay there, but it ain't got it. That ain't enough to hold it. Yeah, it ain't gonna stay because it's not deep enough. All right. Now we're gonna mark everything up again. Well, I'll take the tape and straighten these wheels up again, and then,
Do that again.
yeah. And then we'll put a little tack on it. If it's wrong, we'll cut tack off.
That's what I was thinking. Like, that's the only way you're going to really hold it,
That's
right?
always gonna stay, yeah.
And if you want that flat, like, I mean, you could.
I want this to be on a little bit of an angle.
Oh, okay.
The cylinder, just because of the room right here on that. And a little bit ain't gonna hurt that up there.
So we'll have to. Okay. I'll just. What do you need?
I guess we're gonna need the welder and the measuring tape again. There's my
Yeah.
measuring tape here. Get that
I got the welder right behind you.
okay. That's back to where it was.
Don't know if you want it in through the wind. Probably through the bottom would probably be the best.
should mark that on the frame too. Do it this time, I'll mark it on the frame. I'll mark it on this time. I'll make that on this.
Also, that welder's set up so she's honking, right? Is that what you want? That metal's quite thick, so you'll want that honking pretty good.
Yeah, it should be. Turn it back a little bit.
The wire speed?
The heat one notch too, probably in the wire.
Turn the wire speed back a little bit. Now should it worked good for you before, so you should be fine. Are you back in order where you need to be?
Just check that futuristic roller just because it's Germany.
Pretty hard to go anywhere because you got the things, the plugs back in it, eh?
Yeah, I get them a little bit loose. Task.
Would it be better if it went on the edge? Like, would it be better if it pulled this way? And while the rates, like...
We're going to get it fairly as straight as we can.
Okay, when you pull that back off and you put the bracket right on the, not on the top of the cross member, but face on it, it really, like that, you really can get a nice, if you turn that...
Like that.
Well...
Right there.
Well, if you take it right off the top of that and put it on the face of it, like that,
down here.
and that really kind of makes it nice and flat and straight. Like that really makes the bracket fit nice and everything, and everybody. I don't know if that does anything for you or not, but...
If we lose it over here on this, right here. That's where we have to come up just a little bit, because that'll hit over here.
Hit on that knot?
That's why we have to stay up just a little bit.
Okay.
I know what you're saying, right there somewhere. Stay up.
You know what I'm saying, but you know what you're doing. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know if I can do it or not.
Yeah, well, you just explained it to me. It's hitting that nut, so it has to come up a little bit.
A little bit right there. That's going to be on a little bit of an angle because of that.
Okay.
There.
Do you want me to hold that and you want to tack it?
We're going to tack it.
I'll turn the welder on for you. I do. I'm quick on my feet. I got no shell, as you can tell. Where would you like it?
So let's lift it up here. Just watch your I'm going to tip this out.
Now. Yeah, that looks really good.
Right there somewhere. That's like where I'd like to try it, right there.
Can we turn this thing so it fits this nice? Can we turn that just a little bit? Am I allowed to do that?
Just a little bit, yeah.
How would that? How you like that?
We're going to have to make sure we're going to put tack on it there.
Yeah.
And let's see, where's that groove at? Right. Let's try it right there. See what it looks like. I'll put another one over here. How am I going to get that one? I'm going to cut it off though.
Just put it right there.
Another one right there.
Wherever you can get it. Should hold it.
So how does it feel?
Good.
Good?
Oh, it does. It looks really good.
All right, now, what's it look like here for
That looks pretty good, don't it? Fitting that nice?
That's
Couple washers.
well,
Yeah.
nice little spacer in there.
And
That's
just
what I had If they would cylinder would have had a hind joint on there, then it would have took some of that. All right, now let's just see here how we go with our steering. It's gonna.
Do you want the plugs? You want the plugs out?
We'll take them all the way out. Yeah, they're loose right now, so we'll take them the rest of the way out.
So what are we looking for? We're looking for the bump stops to hit?
Watch here. Now this is
Okay, you just want to get 4 inches either way.
I want to make sure, see how when it steers, everything is smoothly and not hitting. If we got enough here for the line.
Okay.
When it comes back, we'll go that way first. See what it does.
She's on the bump stop, buddy.
I'll stop there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's on the bump stop. Right there is, I just want to show the camera. Bump stop. See that piece right down there? See right in there where that piece of metal's hitting this rubber piece? There's a bump stop there on that. It's hitting there.
Okay, grab that wheel and shove it back this way. Yep. Keep going.
Hitting that. Perfect.
Yep, on the bump stop there.
Want to do it again?
Okay, I'm just looking at the sweep here on this. And that's not hitting there. But we're going to keep this tight like that.
Okay, so we're going to weld a couple washers on top of that.
We'll make a spacer there. So let's just bring her back.
Okay.
Nothing's hitting here. Nothing's hitting there. That still has space. And that's just to do it again.
Do it again?
And that is on the bump stop too, right up on the
Yeah,
bump
just hurry it up.
So let's
I'll hold that up and you weld it. Put another tack on her.
open the tack on that.
Or I don't know if you want to put another tack on or.
So I think that's going to
Oh, that works fantastic.
it's going to work there. And all that's doing is here. You see that's not moving that much there, right? It goes
Yeah.
this way a little bit.
Yeah.
And it goes back the other way with the. Right.
Beautiful. And that's the right way to put that. If you put the other way, that wouldn't do any movement, would it?
Right.
Because it's got a little bit of pivot action going on this point right here. If you turn that up the other way, there'd be no pivot
Right.
that way. Where he put it on the side too like this, it's got pivot, it can go this way.
And then when this is hard over here, when this suspension comes up, there's like 4 inches in there still.
Yeah.
And that tie rod end will never come up 4 inches. It'll come up probably 2.5,
That-
even with the travel out there.
Yeah,
That'll never come up far enough to hit that.
Good. Awesome.
So I think you're
Cooking with gas?
cooking with gas. You put no tack on that?
Sure. Yeah, that goes up like that. I didn't think it went anywheres, but. You can put a little weld on it if you want, like.
I know, I forgot to put my gloves on, didn't I?
Did you? Tell me something, or
Yep.
well, yeah, tell me something. You give me
Get
a
a spacer made for that.
if you want a gusset made for
Yeah, I'm gonna
that.
make some gussets for the bottom.
You draw.
Now, let's just shove it hard this way. The gusset can
Yep.
only come. Gusset can come.
Do you want it down in the middle, or you want it on the outside? I suppose, yeah. You really have to watch that part, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta watch that. And on the outside, we gotta watch that out there too. So the gusset will be able to come to here like that far.
Let's do it again. Go back your way. I can have a measurement. Let's put it in. Can I go further your way?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I just want to go your way. I just want to know how far I can make that. I'm going to make you a triangle. Two-inch, probably the.
Tough would be tough, wouldn't it? You could put a 90 grease fitting in that.
Do what now?
You could put a 90 grease fitting in that and
Oh, give me a little bit more.
a little bit more.
What if when you pull it all your way? Does it do anything? Can we put a gusset here? Can we put a gusset there? That'd be enough, wouldn't it?
Right.
Let's do that one. Let's do that triangle.
Yeah. And that one there you can go right from right on an angle like that, so it'll give you like that much.
I'm gonna give
6 inches.
that out.
Picture here. Got a little picture here. So. Match that there. Right to here. Yeah, trim. You want to make it, yeah, trim that around there and have a little.
Did that hit that at all? If it was.
Not right there, it won't, but that's not. Do this right.
How do you. Can you bring that up a little bit and let's trace it off? Is that one going to work, you figure?
It should work. Oh, that one there. Scissors for a second. Just take a sliver off that and then
Just make it straight. I'll put that back on when I cut it. That looks good, don't it? That wouldn't go anywhere, would it?
Yeah, and then we can still put one on the other side too.
You think it needs another one on the other side? But anyways, I'll just make one.
This one over here, we'll put it on a bit of an angle like that.
Okay.
No, an angle like that, make it too close. Okay, we'll have a look at it.
Okay. I'll cut this off.
Get that right there. That's gonna be right.
Did you want me to turn the welder off or put it on, leave it on?
It's up to you. I'm going to trim another one here. I'll steal them scissors from you if you don't need.
Actually, I'm going to turn it off because I'm going to need the 220 to cut this piece. I'll cut this piece. Let's do this. Some good thick stuff. Some good thick stuff. Get the electrical going again. There's no metal that thick on that front end, is there?
None of the other brackets are, that's for sure.
No. So that means it's stronger than factory.
That would be stronger than what's on.
It is stronger than factory. Save you some time. Wow. Good sign. Take it over here and take a zip cut. I like using the zip cut on this metal to clean it up, and the reason being it just seems to clean it up easier than taking a, just cleans it up easier. That rusty metal is quite rusty, the metal is. That is from outside. I'd be still cutting that first bracket if I didn't use the plasma cutter, probably. Well, maybe not, but. That's hot, so I'm gonna give it a second. And I'm gonna change the disc. When I'm doing this truck, like I've said probably 100 times, there's miles and miles and miles of welding going on. So as I'm not doing, well, I'm not saying not doing anything, as I'm here and the cameras are down and we're not filming or anything like that, I've set up a little pattern here. I've got one of the doors here for the toolbox, another door here for the toolbox, and I have the doghouse. What I've done is I set them all up, set here on my stool, bump, 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 all the way around, try to keep my heat going up, not doing anything on the bottom because I don't want my heat raise up to warp the door up or oil can it. Doing the exact same thing around this one. I pull the ground off, I put it over here, then I go around this one, bump, 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 bump. Then I turn around and I just do that pattern all over again, and I'm trying to keep the doors from getting oil canned, like it's not connected in the center yet, and that's why it's maybe doing that, but when I connect in the center, it's all over, it won't be warped up or anything. This one here is pretty good. Just push that on like that, put it on the center, but that's what I've done to get the welding done, is I've set up a little station and just go around the circles. I have not been using the air because basically I want to get it welded up. You know, when I use the air, it just kind of slows you down. It's just another tool. If I can weld up a bunch of stuff and just continue all the way around, like basically when it comes time to do that side of the fin, I'm hoping that I can do this sheet and do the fin at the same time. Now I'm just going to knock off a little bit of the edge, just 45 the edges a little bit so the welder can sink in a little bit better. And I've decided to get the doghouse in. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to zip cut this rib off, this piece here and that rib off there, and I'm going to make the door a 4-foot door. No more worrying about anything. I can get the doghouse, get the dog in and out, and it's just going to help getting the engine in and out. Basically, it's just going to be better for everything all the way around. That's what I'm thinking. Did not want to cut it out because I wanted all the structural integrity that I can get with this thing, but let's face it, I've got 1, 2, 3, 6 ribs going across, and them ones are all connected on that side. It should be fine. I also have a piece here where it's tied together here into the floor so that that piece cannot pull out, you know. It's just I didn't want to cut it out, but what's going to happen is that this door here is going to be a 4-foot door, and then we're going to have a 2-foot door to climb down in. So we should be fine. I'm going to cut that out. Not sure if I'm going to cut it out right this minute. Probably going to go back up front and see if we can't get the steering hooked up. Get to see what it looks like. So So if you're building a project and you have a problem doing your steering, you're in a position like we are, and the position is you're up here and the steering is behind you. It's a perfect way. It's not exactly cheap. Nope, it's not. Unless you can find an old tractor or maybe a forklift or something, maybe. Tractor or forklift or something like that. If you can get the cylinder and all the lines off of that, then you could be laughing. If you're going to take this,
another pattern too. I just had in a set.
This little tiny right here, that one.
Right here.
This is hot, so you're going to want gloves on. You're going to want gloves on. It's hot. Woo!
Not too bad.
Not too bad?
Not too bad.
So you want another one?
Yeah.
The steering will never come off. So what do you think of that one? Is that one going to gear up for you or what? Is that going to work for you? Did I get it? Should I grind the back off it a little bit?
Yeah, let me take a little bit off. Where's the marker?
Okay.
Back edge here.
Marker, I probably took it. Just a minute. I'm going to get you draw on what you want me to take off. To the front. That's take off a little bit to the front. I got you. I'll sand that off. I sand that off. I'll be right back. I think I will. It's hot. Coming in hot. Oh, iron fingers. That's hot.
That'll work.
That'll work?
That'll work.
Do you want the welder turned on?
Yeah. Might as well put that in there. While we're at it. Oh, you're cutting the other.
Do you want me to hold it or you're good?
I can get it.
Got it. Awesome. Beautiful. You are, Joni. Absolutely gorgeous. Got the little.
Sunshine's just
Got her.
glistening off her hair this morning.
The sun, he said the sunshine's just glistening off her hair this morning.
I put that other one. You gonna cut that other one over there?
What's that, buddy?
You gonna cut that other one over there?
I am, but you got the 220 hookup.
Shit, okay.
So I'm putting me right to work, boys. He's putting me right to work.
Sorry, man.
That's okay. You get that one nailed on, and I'll steal the welder or the 220 from you. That's all. So if you want to tack that one in place, you want me to sand that anymore or grind that anymore? Or I see it's not exactly perfect, but good. I find a gap is a good place for weld.
There you go.
So you want me to make another one?
Yeah. Put it on the side there.
That thing ain't coming off, is it? She's not coming off. You think a feller building cars would have more than one 220 hookup, wouldn't you? Huh? That's the way it is though, man. That's the way it is. Where'd that go? Get over here. I'm gonna put these gloves back on. I'm gonna go like this. What's that, sweetheart? Oh, you want me to take away my ground, do you? God bless you, sweetheart. Did you hear that, boy? She saved me a cut. So true. Good job, Jolene. Good job. She saved me a cut, boys, by moving it down. She's so true. Now, thing's so hot. You know what I'm trying to tell you. Not as hot as you, Jolene, but hot. Hot, hot, hot. I suppose I can still have my ground there. This bad boy on. It is now. Sometimes I lose my sight when I get going on this thing because old slag, I didn't want to. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to get a pair of vice grips so I can clean that off. That's what I should have had the whole time, is a pair of vice grips. It's so hot. I'm guessing that this is the angle here. This is for, so it don't hit anything, I'm guessing. But I'm probably right. hot.
That plug's on. See what she looks like.
Cutting brackets like that. Who would need a table? Huh? Do you want me to move the wheel at all so you know if you're missing or not, or are you happy about everything?
Well, let's,
You want me to move? I can move the wheel if you want to hold it.
yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep. We're good that way. Let's go the other way. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. Which way would you like the wheel to weld it on?
Shove it back the other way. Right there.
Right there?
Yeah. Try to keep my angle on that.
You want me to hold it? I can hold it.
Plug the welder in.
Yeah, I can do that too. I'll get to turn. No, I gotta undo that. That steering would be good enough for a tractor trailer. Would it not? Say yes. Come on, do it. Did you want me to hold it in place? You got it.
Well, we'll have a look at this.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll make it.
Because I can, if you need be.
I might need you. Actually, I can hold that right there. Nice. Can you hold it
I can.
right there? Nice. I put a little lock in there. It'll be nice. Well, just watch the line in the back. There's a mark on there.
Just say, am I in the right spot?
I can't see the line. Well, I'll tack it on the top here.
Yeah, and then you can bend it wherever you want it.
Get up in here now.
Hey, hi. Weld it, Nate. Weld it. Weld it. It's
I'm
on.
trying to get in here where we're going to go.
My fingers are going to melt.
Yep, right there. Got my tacked in here. Tack back here.
She's in place. Wow, that's quite a bracket, isn't it?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you want to watch it there? I'll pull it for you.
Not an issue. Missing it by inch.
And as that comes up,
Yeah.
the suspension comes up, there's still lots of
Yeah.
wood to come by. It's cut over there.
Do it again. Yep. Cool.
So that's gusseted there and there. That should be.
Plenty.
So now that's staying. Here's good. It's good there.
No, that looks real good.
So we'll watch right here again for a second. It's coming nowhere as close in there.
Okay, good.
You can see that cylinder moving as it moves.
Yep.
At that angle. Oh, should be good there.
Awesome.
That'll give you steering movement.
Well, there's the steering cylinder and the bracket to hold it and connect it to the ball joint. It's going bump stop to bump stop. We couldn't ask any more. There's nothing on the truck as thick as the bracket for the steering. There's nothing as thick for as far as metal goes. I guess if you were talking the drag link or something like that, that could be a bit thicker, but there's nothing much thicker than the bracket that we got going on there. There's no brackets on the truck that are thicker than what we just put on there. So I'm thinking that it's fantastic. The cylinder's got the same, almost exact same size as the original drag link. That's good there.
Yeah, it was 1 inch.
Yeah.
1 inch.
Yeah, so that's good there. We have a couple lines that we're going to be able to run from that cylinder up front to this box where the steering goes in here. The box is going to go up underneath the dash here somewhere, no doubt, on its side or whatever it's going to go. So the lines are going to run around here and come up that box. We can have steering. That's one of the major components figured out. And there you go. So
cylinder is push and pull. So. Yep, push and pull. So.
Push and pull.
Yeah.
That's why it's got two lines. If it had one line, it wouldn't push and pull, would it not?
Push, and then the weight would push it back.
Okay. Alrighty, thanks a lot everybody for coming back. We appreciate it. I think we got, well, I know we got the steering figured out. We just have to do the work to put in to get it to work for us. I just have to put a little more work in, some more brackets and that sort of stuff. I have a rib that I'm going to cut out for the doghouse. I'm going to grind that all up, make that look nice. I'm happy with that. It slid back yesterday, really nice on that. I got the doors to weld up. That's for after I get the side all sheathed, but I can't stop. You know, I got to make the toolboxes and get the doors welded up so I can continue on. When it comes time to sheathe it, I'm not doing that work. I can do that work while this work is going on. But thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Nate, great idea. Fantastic job. He's going to weld that in there tight and right. We'll probably take the cylinder off while you weld that up.
Yeah, well.
Just to make sure, I don't know, if a burr gets on the cylinder or something, easier to get at.
No sparks on the chrome. We did pretty good there all the time.
Thanks everybody for coming back. I appreciate it. Like, share, comment, come back. My Jolene's my queen.